Hello and welcome to the OnlyBets Sportscast with me, Stern Betts and Drew DeLucci here to break down the weekend and look forward to the week ahead. What a sweep by the New York Knicks over the Philadelphia 76ers. That was, I think, surprising, but to a lot of people, even to many people like myself who are Knicks fans, we didn't necessarily expect that energy and dominance over a team that looked pretty good over the last little stretch. Anyway, Drew, let's bring you in. Give me any recaps you have of the weekend. Lots of playoffs to talk about. We had NHL, NBA. We had a full slate of baseball going on. What do we got going on, and what are your reactions?
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch much. I would say more so NBA and NHL because of course I was busy for Mother's Day weekend on Saturday. I had like dinner with my family, but I was able to watch early baseball. I did see the box scores of NBA and NHL. I did see the ending of I was able to see the main event of the UFC fight, so that was amazing. Shout out to Strickland. Also, when it comes to the Timberwolves, they almost blew it, but you know what? They pulled through at the end, and I don't know how God it was got that ball. But exciting thing in baseball yesterday, we had one of I think the game of the year's Giants won in the bottom of the 12th with a walk off, and it was just an overall exciting game to watch. Not just as a fan of the Giants, but a fan of baseball too. So, just I love baseball. Even when a game is only like game 39 or something, whatever it is, game 40, and it goes in the 12th inning. I love baseball.
Yeah, so do I. Especially love those extra innings. I really do like what they did with the man on base during extra innings to try to get those games moving on so we don't have those bottom of the 17th innings anymore. But yeah, wholeheartedly agree. Basketball was amazing yesterday as well. And NHL, what can you say? Canadians beat the tar out of the Sabres. Did not necessarily expect that. I think a lot of people like the Sabres. And then the Ducks upset the Golden Knights. That was really an exciting game as well. So lots to get to, lots to get forward. And let's start in the MLB today. Drew, where are we going first?
Let me see real quick. When it comes to the MLB, we have some pretty good games. Actually, the Angels and Guardians, which is funny, they haven't even announced like their starters yet. Uh, they haven't announced their starters yet. But in the MLB, as you know, I wanted to make sure this was true. We only have 6 games today. If you correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. It's a very short slate today.
Yeah. So I would say the first game I probably want to go to is we have the Mariners at the Astros. This is a rematch from the first time they played, but it's at the Astros. Uh, I do I do like Kirby under 18.5 outs, but he is minus 195. So I'm the thing I would possibly pair with is we look at Kevin Gosman. Kevin Gosman. This is the same exact matchup that we saw when they faced the Rays. Just I think it was about like a week or so ago. So give me Kevin Gossman over 75 outs minus 180 with George Kirby. This is only have one play, so I'll kind of explain. George Kirby under 18.5 outs at minus 195. You can get that for around plus 135 on Fanatics. The reason why I like George Kirby on 8.5 outs, I feel like they always over exaggerate these Mariners starters. And also, I know George Kirby did pretty well against the Astros. He was able to go deep because the Astros were hitting just like for contact at the point and, swinging fast. But usually when the Astros play at home, they score lots of runs and they usually overwhelm pitchers because they know the ballpark better than everyone, know where to hit it. And I like that for that. And then, I expect Gosman to have a bounce back performance. He did really well the first time around against the Rays, and then they just kept piling on bases. And I think Gosman is a walking 6 innings. And I think at Rogers Center, where he thrives, he has one of the best ERAs in baseball at Rogers Center. So that's my favorite play of the day for baseball.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I'm on the Rays Blue Jays first three under 2.5, even at the price at minus 135. And it's a lot of what you said. Kevin Gosman, 188 ERA at home this year. And when you're looking at both pitchers, you have Kevin Gosman, obviously, and for the Rays, Drew Rasmussen. But both of them have really good control over their stuff. They both have plus strikeout rates and plus walk rates. They're both hovering around 23-25% strikeout rates and a 4 to 5% walk rate, which means that they really do have control over their stuff. The only thing that is a little bit concerning might be their barrel rates each, but everything else really looks good. First time of the order, they are incredibly well, pitch incredibly well. Opponents are batting just 101 in the first time around the order for Kevin Gausman. And then Drew Rasmussen, opponents are just hitting 197. And when you're talking about two of these teams who really struggled to score early in games, the Blue Jays ranked 24th at home, averaging just 1.62 runs in the first 4 innings. While the Rays ranked 23rd on the road, averaging just 1.43 runs in the first 4 innings. I think that there is a lot of value on the under here, despite the heavy price. And I really do like Kevin Gausman being the more dominant pitcher. And I do have a lean to the Blue Jays on the money line over the whole game. But my official bet, Rays, Blue Jays, first three under 2.5, -135. Drew, any thoughts on there?
No, I love that a lot. Drew Rasmus, and I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. I remember, and I heard the announcers say just like you said, and I was like, "Oh, it's Rasmussen." But no, I like how Drew's been doing, not just because of how awesome of a first name he has.
Yeah, it's really been fascinating watching his pitch arsenal come along and the trajectory of his career. It's really kind of cool. It really has a lot of exciting future ahead of him. Just going to go through a few leans today because we really don't have that long of a show. Prince is unfortunately not here. We will get to his best bets, however. Yankees, Baltimore, strong lean to the over here and the Yankees side. I think that if you can get 8.5 at -120, like I did, I think it's worth a half a unit. Not an official play. We're just going to go through these because we have less of a show than we normally do. And when we're looking at the LA Cleveland game, heavy lean on the Cleveland side here. I think I think that they have the better pitcher. Considering that we don't know who the Angels pitching is, we can assume that maybe it's a bullpen game, and their bullpen is horrendous. So no reason to choose the LA side there. I think Cleveland's the clear favorite. In terms of the Arizona Texas game, not going to touch this one. Not going to touch Seattle Houston either. I don't really have a lot of trust on anything here. I guess the slightest of leans to the under in the Seattle Houston game, but that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it. The only game that I actually had another lean in was the over on the Giants Dodgers game. I don't trust either of the pitchers. I really don't. I don't see either pitcher having success against the opposing lineups. And yeah, anyway, have a little bit of a lean to the over. Any leans or things that you want to get off your, just kind of call out before we move on to our home run plays of the day?
Yeah, so I'll say about the Giants game, I completely agree with you. You can't really trust Roki, and then Trevor McDonald did have a great first start of his career, but he's still a rookie, and you don't know what we're gonna get out of him. This is probably the least trustworthy Dodgers pitcher, but also the Giants did come off a 12 inning game, and they had to not travel far to LA. It's like a 5-6 hour drive, but that's just a game. It's better for live betting to see what Roki got because I don't trust either team, honestly. Especially with, I know the Dodgers are the better team, but you don't know what we're going to get from Roki.
Yeah, I hear that. I definitely do. Yep. Why it's just a lean, not an official play. All right, let's get into home run sprinkles of the day. Drew, who do you got?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, and I do agree with you. Because I honestly, I can see the over in the Giants Dodgers game, definitely, especially in the Hazelwood ballpark. But something that I do like, or going to the Diamondbacks Rangers, that's Michael Soroko's pitching. I really like this play. I like Corey Seager plus 410 for a home run. I know the Diamondbacks starting pitching has gotten much better. We've seen the starting pitching exceed expectations ever since Troy Lavelle had his um meeting with the starting pitchers, but I still don't trust Michael Soroka. He is very susceptible to very hard contact. He doesn't really have that high of a whiff rate, and he gets hard contact against him. Corey Seager, yes, his average is not where he wants to be, but he still has been slugging pretty decently, and he hits well at Ranger Stadium.
Don't mind that at all. He has been on fire lately. I'm going to go with maybe a slightly hotter batter, but it's also really just the matchup that I like here. I'm going to take Ben Rice at plus 310. I mean, what can I say? This kid is unbelievable. Right now, his barrel rate is at 20.9% with a hard hit rate at 59.3%. When I'm looking at the raw numbers of probability, he actually has a better chance than the great Aaron Judge to hit a home run today. But you're getting plus 60 on the odds for him to hit it. So value's got to be there. I know this is under 400, which I'm really loath to do, but got to give me Ben Rice at plus 310. I don't see a reason why he shouldn't absolutely go off in a great home run ballpark against Brandon Young, who really doesn't bring all that much to the table. So, yeah,
Love that.
yeah, you got to go with that. All right, let's get into the NHL. I do have a lean tonight, no official play. Let me quickly bring up Prince's play for the day. You know what? Yeah, go ahead. Got a play for the day?
Oh, you can do Prince's real quick if you
All
want.
right, I just got to find it. He actually does not have a play today. I have a slight lean on the Wild at plus money. I think that there is some value there, but no official play for me. How about you?
Yeah, I do. I'm double checking this real quick to make sure that the line is still up from where like I saw yesterday. I have it actually pulled up right here. 1 second. Yes, perfect. I got player propre. I tell me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but he's on the Avalanche. Is it Nazim Kadri?
Sure.
Yeah, Nazim Kadri over half a point on -110. Kadri is one of the, I believe, one of the key pieces for Avalanche that won in 2022. Kadri enters the game with points in 4 consecutive games. These are the stats I found. Now gives him 20 goals and 4.5 points and 59 career playoff games. That's an 82 game average of 28 goals and 68 points. So if we get him for just to have 1 point at -110, I will take it, especially since he's had 4 straight games with a point.
Nice. Who is it again? Sorry, Nassim.
Yeah, Nazim Kadri, Kadri,
Got him. All right.
over half a point. I got it -110 on Fanatics. That was the best odds I could find.
It looks like you can get minus 102 over on FanDuel right now, which is where I'm
Oh,
currently
okay.
taking it.
Perfect.
Yeah, let me just get that in. Also, real quick shout out to Sia Najad. I don't know if he's listening, but happy birthday, buddy. Big 4-0.
Happy birthday.
He came onto our show Friday, and if you didn't listen to that show, it was really a lot of fun. All right, let's get into the NBA tonight. We have a few games going on. Just one in the NHL, so not a whole lot to get to. But when we're looking at the NBA, looking into a new series, Detroit, Cleveland, this is going to be a lot of fun. And then OKC, LA. Prince does have a play here. Let me just run into it real quick. He has the OKC Thunder team total over 110.5, parlayed with the Cavs plus 10.5, minus 125. The notes here say Thunder have hit the over in 7 out of 8 games versus the Lakers and 6 out of 7 in these entire playoffs. Cavs are undefeated at home in the playoffs and have the best ATS home record. Teasing them up to plus 10.5 increases these odds for covering. I really like that play, and I'm definitely going to be tailing myself. I do have a slight lean to the under in both of these games, but mostly with the LA side in terms of not being able to score. And then the Detroit-Cleveland game, I kind of like the under even more in that game. Just a slow pace of pay, most of it. Anyway, Drew, what do you got for tonight? And do you have any thoughts on what Prince or I just said?
Yeah, so no, I like the lean to the under, especially with the because you said the Cavs game, right?
Both of them, but yeah, a little stronger in
Yeah.
the Pistons game. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Pistons game. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I have a player prop today. It's actually an under player prop. So I like Evan Mobley under 26.5 PRR. He hasn't, if you look at it right, he's only covered this once in this series so far, and also he's only covered it once in the last 4 games. The main reason, the big usage rate from James Harden, Donovan Mitchell. I think this is good value at minus 115 under 26.5. It was at 27.5 and then moved down. So I really like Mobley's under in PRR when it comes to this, because if you look at last game, he played 36 minutes, only 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. The game before, he played 36 minutes, only 9 points, 1 rebound, and 4 assists. So I think that's good value.
Sorry, just to clarify, PRA or PRR?
Oh, no, my bad. PRA.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
PRA.
Okay. So what's the bet again? Sorry.
Evan Mobley under 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
I love it. You can get this still at under 27 and a half at MGM and DK minus 115 to minus 119, depending on which book you're looking at. So definitely
Okay,
shop your lines,
perfect.
but I'm
Yeah,
definitely running to take it right now.
yeah, definitely.
All right. Yeah. Any other thoughts in the NBA? Do you have any anything to look forward to the next
Yeah.
series, or any thoughts at all?
Yeah, so I will say, of course, we all know that it looks like probably the Thunder are definitely going to, probably win the series. I'm looking forward to seeing the Timberwolves, like how the Timberwolves versus like the Spurs kind of get going and stuff like that, because I believe it's 2-2 now. And I think that the Thunder will probably end up sweeping at the end of the day. I know there has been a lot of discrepancy with the refs. I've seen the highlights. Yeah, there have been some really bad stuff going on and suspect things. I'm not all one who likes to blame the refs. I like to give the benefit of the doubt, but it's very suspicious from that front. But I've been enjoying, though, this Pistons Cavs series. To be fair, honestly, this Pistons Cavs series has kind of been decently fun to watch, just how physical it has been and how we thought after the Pistons, winning the first 2 games, and I know they were only 10-point wins, but it felt like more. But then the Cavs kind of bounced back on Saturday and beat them. So this could be one of those where the home court team just wins every game, and then it comes down to Game 7. So we will see.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and yeah, very excited. It really has been an incredible postseason. I think we've gotten a better postseason this year than we ever have in the recent past, and I think that goes for the NHL too. I think we've talked about it before. All right. Anything else on the slate that we want to talk to before we get to soccer?
No, but I will elaborate what you said. I agree with you. There hasn't been like one clear and far dominant, I would team. Of course, we can say the Thunder, but there's not one clear and far dominant team like we're used to seeing, like in the East. A team that's just rolling through the East, right? I know you can make an argument for the Knicks, but I wouldn't relate the Knicks to like the past teams that have usually made the finals and made it to the finals in the East. Not like the Raptors. The Heat we saw with Jimmy Butler and stuff. So there's been a lot of diversity, because I think even if the Spurs win the series, I think they can give a tough run for the money for OKC, as we saw in the regular season too. So I like seeing a lot of parity.
Yeah, that's going to be an incredible series if it ends up falling out that way. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's get into Prince's second play here. All right, we're going to go into the EPL. Tottenham versus Leeds. I think this goes off at 3 or 3:30 p.m. today. He's got Leeds double chance minus 105. Leeds are undefeated in the 9 straight away matches. Tottenham are winless at home this year, 2026. Key injuries to multiple starters on the Spurs Tottenham side. Leeds should be fully motivated to help them to help try and relegate Tottenham. Yep, I can't deny that. Kind of have a slight lean to both teams to score here, but not really sure where to go. So if you want to take the both teams to score live, that's a play that I'm personally taking a look at, and I'm playing Leeds double chance pre-flop with Prince of Picks. All right, I think that's going to do it for our show. Do you have a fun question of the day, Drew, that we can talk to? Try to make it food related. I see Brad Betts is listening. He usually likes to talk about food items, like what's your favorite meat for breakfast or something like that. What kind of question do you got for us, Drew? Or Brad, if you want to
Yeah.
jump in
So
and give us a question, you're also more than welcome to do that. But no
actually,
pressure.
hey, Brad's an expert. I'm actually interested in if he has a question first. Yeah. Since we do have time, I'm curious about what his thoughts are.
No. Give us a question. If he wants to do it,
Oh,
we'll do
okay.
it for tomorrow.
Let me I would say, let me think. Oh, actually, oh yeah, this will be a good one. What's your I guess your favorite what's your favorite fast food restaurant? You can either say it's like your childhood one or the one you like now or one that was kind of like go to when you were a child because it was cheaper or something. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like your go to fast food restaurant.
So I actually don't eat fast food ever, really. The one that comes up from my childhood, I used to live in South Florida for a while, and we used to run to the beach and hang out on the beach a lot. And there was this Denny's right down the block, like maybe a block and a half away from the beach. And that was our late night place to go and hang out and eat. And I remember those little fried pancake ball things. Oh, that was so good. How about you, man?
Yeah, for me, it was because I grew up in the Bay. I've been doing better. Like I've been trying not to, of course, eat as much fat food because it's so expensive now. But growing up the Bay, In and Out has always been my favorite. I would my go to. I can actually like the go to food. My go to food for there is I would always get a cheeseburger with only mustard, ketchup, and cheese on it. Get two fries. And I love their fries too because they actually like use actual potatoes to cut it. It's not necessarily in a bag full of frozen fries. And I just always love their service. And they used to be like really cheap, and they still aren't bad price. But that, and then I remember when I was a kid, oh, I had this one when tacos were only like 79 cents and stuff like that. And it was when I was in high school and I needed like a cheap lunch or something. I would just drive there from my high school because it was pretty close and just get a few tacos. And I would be able to save a lot of money doing that sometimes and stuff. And of course, that was when I was in high school. So I could basically eat anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I remember Taco Tuesday at Tijuana Flats down in South Florida. That was the most epic lunch on Tuesdays ever. But we got the Brad Betts coming in. What is your favorite fast food place?
What's up, guys? Long time listener, big fan of the show. Thanks for letting me join. Appreciate you guys. Biggest fast food probably goes a little underrated here to Bojangles. I think it is fantastic when you think about the biscuits made from scratch. The chicken's pretty solid. Now, it's not the best, but I think it's one of the most underrated overall. Best fast food, I have to go Chick-fil-A. Just consistency. You always know what you're going to get. It delivers the exact product you want every single time. You can't say that for all the other fast food places. And before I hang up and listen, I'd like to know, how do you guys like your eggs?
I love you, Brad. I really do. By the way, the first place that you mentioned, is that similar to Cracker Barrel?
Bojangles would be more of your equivalent to a Popeyes, except they do more breakfast than Popeyes does.
Got it. Okay, cool. I personally I'm a lazy guy. Not lazy, but I don't like to spend time additionally to what I have to do in order to get myself out the door. So I usually just go for scrambled eggs. I'll usually put like I don't eat dairy, so I'll usually put margarine on a bagel or a piece of toast, and I'll just make a sandwich and I'll get on out of there for the day. If I had time and I wasn't being lazy, I really do like an open omelet where you like put the cheese in and you put all the stuff on top and then you collapse it on itself, and you can really get a nice juicy sweet sandwich like that with maybe a little bit of garlic mayo on top of that and some veggies. That's personally where I'd like to go. Drew, what do you like and how do you like your egg?
I like my eggs like Lamar Jackson plays quarterback scrambled. That's the only way to go. It feels to me, and I like it. Sometimes I'll put some pepper, on it if it depends on the mood. And then my other breakfast, I'll just say quickly, the other breakfast item I love and I'm obsessed with when I can get it is everything bagel.
Yeah, so I like everything bagel when I eat it with eggs or another thing. I like cinnamon raisin bagel when I'm just eating the bagel, you know?
Know exactly what you mean. Yeah. So something I will say with everything bagel, I don't put cream cheese on it 'cause I think it ruins it.
Interesting. So I haven't had cream cheese in over 15 years because of my lactose intolerance. But Brad, who and what do you like to eat your eggs with and how?
I'm kind of like you guys with the scrambled for just for quickness. Quick, if I'm looking for quick eggs, I'll scramble them. But I also don't sleep on the over medium if you've got like a good piece of toast or a good piece of bread, a baguette per se. And the over medium or almost to the over hard, you can get it to where it's almost like you're eating a scrambled egg, but that scrambled egg is just together. So you can cut it, take it with your, a bite of your sausage, a bite of the egg, and it doesn't fall off your fork as easily. So I definitely think don't sleep on the over medium to over hard egg.
Oh, interesting.
I feel that Brad likes to see the juices, coming out if he cuts it and stuff, but like not to the point where you see the yolk. You see the yolk once it comes
Yeah, I
out.
just want
Yeah.
a little
See,
bit of yolk as more of a flavor, you know.
I love it.
But as far as
I love this
I'm getting
conversation too.
bagels are concerned,
Um,
since you mentioned it, I'll just go ahead and give my 2 cents there, of course. But the blueberry bagel is fantastic. Just a little bit of butter, can't beat it. But also the cinnamon sugar bagel, like the children and the 13-year-olds around here, Brad Betts loves the cinnamon sugar bagel with maybe a little bit of strawberry cream cheese.
all right, I can dig it. That's probably similar to the cinnamon raisin that I really like growing up. There's just a different, updated version of it. Um, what about so I guess when I'm thinking about when I'm making eggs, I feel like I try to make an omelet and then I get distracted by something, and then by the time I get back to the stovetop, it's just, oh no, we're making scrambled eggs at this point. But one thing that I wanted to mention was when I was dating 10 years ago, before I'm married now with 3 kids under 4, which is a whole nother adventure. But when I was dating and I used to have girls come over, or I shouldn't say that out loud in the world, I don't know. Anyway, either way, when I used to cook for girls, I used to take like a piece of bread, rip out the middle, put the egg, like I used to dip it in like French toast kind of sauce, like the vanilla and the milk and all that stuff, right? Cinnamon sugar. So I used to dip the bread into it, pull out the middle, put an egg in the middle of the bread and let it cook
Oh,
inside.
yeah.
And then when you flip it, right, you basically have an all-in-one sandwich that you can just give somebody. It tastes like French toast. It has an egg in there, extra egg in there. Anyway, that was my favorite growing up. Maybe when I was like cooking for other people. Now I get lazy.
Yeah, my wife makes that. She calls it a bullseye. I don't know if that's a universal term, but the bullseye is actually fantastic because it will stay with the bread, and you can use it to dip. You can use it to eat, like a little sandwich. But yeah, fantastic
Yeah,
way to.
it's phenomenal. Yeah, I highly recommend it if you guys have never tried it at home yet. That it is a really phenomenal sandwich. I'm gonna go make that sooner or later. I'll let you guys know when I do. Oh, I love it. Thanks, Brad. I always appreciate you coming on. It's always a little bit more fun. All right. I think that might do it unless anybody else who is listening wants to come up and request to give your take or just ask a question or anything like that. But let's start recapping our best bets here. Very short day, so looking forward to what the rest of the week has in store for us. We're just going to go to Prince of Picks, 2 plays today. Leads double chance -105 in the soccer EPL world. And in basketball tonight, he links the OKC Thunder team total over 110.5, parlayed with the Cavs plus 10.5. You can get this at plus money over on DK right now. Drew, who do you got for the day?
For my best bets, yep, perfect. Kevin Gossman over 7.5 outs with Kirby under 18.5 outs at plus 135. Nazim Kadri over half a point at minus 102. Evan Mobley under 27.5 PRA at minus 115. And Sprinkle Corey Seager home run at plus 410.
I love it. I'm
Love
going to
it.
take
I'm going to
the
take
Blue Jays, Rays, first 3 under 2.5 -135 for a full unit. And then my sprinkle of the day is going to be on Ben Rice home run plus 310. That's going to do it for our show today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please, we are looking for cappers, hosts, anything and everything every day, 11:30 here on Twitter. Come join us. We're more than happy to have you on. Can't wait for the rest of the week. Have a wonderful day. Don't really have a closeout signage yet, so we're going to work on that. But have a great day. See y'all tomorrow.